Hi guys, it's Lily here, and I'm really excited but also nervous to be doing the Planner Addict tag because I never do videos with my face showing, as you can probably tell if you've watched previous videos. But the planner community is so nice and friendly and supportive that I thought no point worrying about it. So I'm really grateful to Celery Days, who did the Planner Addict tag video a day or two ago, and very kindly tagged everyone who was watching the video, which I thought was awesome because I kind of wanted to do this but I hadn't been tagged. So thank you, Celery Days. Okay, so the first question is, how many planners do you have? All right, let's go. So, quite a few. Let's count them as we go. I have a personal paper chase planner, that's one. Aubergine Spots A5 Domino, two. Love Doki A5 Mint, three. Turquoise Domino, four. That was A5 as well. Marion Smith Heart of Gold A5, that's five. Metropole A5 Filofax, that's six. Yes, there's more coming. Paper Chase A5, that's seven. Filofax Saffiano Aqua, 8. Another A5 Love Doki, that's 9. And then I've got my A5 Hobonichi, so that's 10. Oh my god. And then I've got another few which I don't know if they count, but I'll just mention them just in case. So definitely 10. And then I have an A6 Hobonichi. Another cousin. This was actually my first cousin. And then two that I think are not really properly planners, Filofax Flipbook in A5 and a Filofax Flex in A5, which is really more in the sort of Midori like notebook cover category, so I don't know if I should count that because I'm not counting notebook covers. Anyway, so I'd say 10 core planners, yeah, all of which are A5 except for one. So let's see. Next question, I will consult the tag list that I made, which is in my Aubergine Spots. Okay, so how many planners do you actually use at one time? Alright, so I do actually use most of these. So the main one is my Hobonichi cousin, which is my work planner. Then, no, not that one, this one, sorry. This is my like home planner. This is my like kind of like just personal, non-work, non-home stuff planner, and that's why it's smaller. And I also use this one if I go out. Well, if I go to work, then I take the work one with me. But if I, I'm just going out, like, to the shops or something, then I take this one because it's smaller. This is a meal planner. Now we're getting into the more specialist ones, but I do still use them. The Marion Smith one is a fitness tracker. This one is called the Furry Facts. This was inspired by Mrs. Brimble's. This is a pet tracker. This is for Tails and Panda. And the Aubergine Spots is the planner, which is why I've written down the tag questions, because I use this for all of my like kind of planner and planning related stuff. So like videos. I did a setup on this, but it was in the Saffiano, so it's the same concept. It's just that I've moved it into the Aubergine Spots now. And then this one, the Paper Chase A5 is kind of floundering a bit at the moment because it's supposed to be like memory keeper and sort of couples things planner, but we haven't been very good at using it of late. So it is kind of technically in use, but not really very, like, it's not really being used very well, very often. And then these two, the Saffiano and the other Love Doki, are both just being used to store spare inserts, so I'm not really using them, but they're not empty. Right, I think that's that. When did you first start using a paper planner? Okay, so I think that I first started using a paper planner when I started university, which was in 2000, so 16 years ago, 15 years ago, when I was 23 anyway. And I remember that I first bought a kind of, it was like a very, very small, just like paper, um, one of these like calendars that has the sort of Hebrew date and the English date, because that was sort of useful to know, because I did my degrees in Hebrew and Jewish studies, which is the field that I work in now. Anyway, so that was really small. It was like too small to write anything with. So I soon discovered that at the same shop that they had bigger ones, that were just in Hebrew, and I started using them. And I used one of those for about, I don't know, well, until like I guess a year and a half ago, so for like 14 years. Yeah, at which point I officially became a planner addict. So more about that in a minute. When did you first start decorating your planner? So I would say like I kind of first found out about the planner community on YouTube about a year and a half ago, when I got my first Flex, and then I switched to Moleskine diaries in the Flex. And my partner James and I were both like really interested, and we're like, wow, what's this? But didn't some at the time I only wanted to find videos about the Flex, and there weren't very many of them. So I kind of knew that there were videos about filofaxes and other kind of planning things then, but I didn't really like watch them anymore for about another year. So it was really only December 2014, so like 6 months ago, that I thought I'll check those again. I kind of wanted to see some more stuff because I think it was, I don't know, because I was thinking of switching over to a new Moleskine for the upcoming year, and so I kind of had that in mind, and I wanted to see what was out there, and that was when I really got into it. Then I discovered the Hobonichis. I think because some people had Hobonichis in their flexes. That was how I found out about the Hobonichi, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. What's a Hobonichi? And then that kind of opened Pandora's box, but in a good way. And then I, sort of got into like watching all of the other videos about different types of planners that I didn't have, like ring planners. So I'd never had a ring planner, so I started watching all the Filofax videos and the Aaron Condren videos and Inkwell Press, etc., etc., etc. And so I didn't really start decorating straight away. At first, I was just sort of like using well, first I got a Hobonichi cousin. Then I started like kind of doing a little bit of color coding, or and a bit of washi tape. Actually, James was the one who first found out about washi tape, and he ordered some washi tape, and so I very tentatively like started putting a little bit of washi tape. No, this was when I still had the Moleskine, because it doesn't, the Moleskine vertical diary doesn't make a division between the days. I'll just show you here. So you see, it's kind of like it's one day sort of blends into the next. So I started like kind of putting a little bit of washi tape in just to divide the days. And then with the Hobonichi cousin, I kind of wanted to keep it plain because it was for work, not that like that really mattered, not that anyone would be judging me, but I just kind of wanted it to be like functional. And then I saw Miss Vicky B's video about the Happy Scrappy subscription kit, and I was like, wow, that looks awesome, because I really like kawaii, like the sort of like the Korean diary stickers, and those appealed to me. So I thought, okay, I'll order that. And then I started watching the Plan With Me videos, and I still wasn't really thinking about doing like kind of massive decoration, but sorry, this is a really long answer, but yeah, so I guess it was about 3 months ago, 2 months ago, when I started using sort of a bit more embellishments, and it's really only been in the last month that I've kind of, gone a bit overboard with it. So, like, for example, this is the current home planner. Yeah. The work planner I still don't decorate as much, but I'm sort of focusing on the home planner for like all of, like tons of stickers. But the work planner still does have some decoration, it can definitely be said. So that's about decoration. 5, if you could use only one embellishment to decorate your planner, what would you use? I have to say, I think stickers. It's a tough choice between stickers and washi tape. Um, but I think that because I don't use washi tape in the Hobonichi, because I used washi tape in the A6 Hobonichi, and that was kind of a bad experience, and I didn't like it. Kind of weighed down the paper, and because the paper is so thin, I know a lot of people use it successfully, but it just didn't work for me. So um, because that's one of my main planners, I'd have to say stickers, because I think like you can do so much with stickers. I don't know if that counts. Is that too big of a category? But definitely stickers. If I have to be more specific, I'd say writable stickers, because I'm really into writing like appointments and tasks on stickers now. So definitely that. I think that really, I don't know, really brightens up the planner, and it kind of makes everything that you write look beautiful and exciting. 6, what is your favorite pen to write with? Okay, so my favorite pen is probably the clickable friction erasable pen. This one. This is 0.7, so it's a bit thick, which doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's not gigantic. And this comes in all different colors, and so I have like purple and blue, and yeah, this is my favorite. Because you don't have to take the top off, you just like click it, and then the eraser is on the end here, so it's just really convenient. But the problem with that is that it doesn't fit in most of my pen loops. So for most of the planners, I use a Muji erasable pen, which is the same concept. It's just that the pen is thinner, and it's also 0.5, so the writing is a little bit thinner as well. This one I don't like quite as much, because you have to, well, you take it off and then the eraser's on here, so it's just like one extra step. So if you're really lazy and used to the clickable friction, then you're like, but it's fine. So I like that one as well. And then in my personal planner, I'm using this kit, which was from, this was either from the Happy Scrappy or the Paper Crafting Studio subscription kit, because I've got 2 similar ones, one from each, which I like because it's cute, but my favorite is definitely erasable. 7, favorite place to shop for planner goodies. Could also be your favorite Etsy seller. That's difficult. I'd say probably if I had to pick one place, like a kind of physical 3D shop, the one that I go to most often is Ryman, which is kind of boring because it sort of leans more towards the office side, the like sort of office supplies side of planning, rather than the like, cool embellishments side. And that's only because there's a Ryman's on the high street where I live, and it's one of the only shops that allows dogs in, so I often go there with Tails and Panda, because then they're happy and I'm happy. And they do have stickers and like other planning supplies, and they have a Filofax aisle, so I always go look at the Filofax inserts and the Filofaxes, and then I usually end up buying like stickers. And they also have like Moleskines and Leuchtturms. Anyway, that's probably too detailed. And the other like sort of favorite 3D shop is Paper Chase, which I go to sort of whenever I can, because there's one near my university. Yeah. So 8, what is the most you spent at a store for planner supplies? So I'd say this is definitely going to be online. I don't think I've ever spent a huge amount at an actual shop, but I think I spent about £40 maybe on stickers, like transparent date seals from Kawaii Tokyo. Maybe it was £50. I think that was the most though. 9, what is your planning routine? Okay, so it's become more and more elaborate as time has gone on, now that I have this vast array of planners. So I don't have a like kind of weekly planning routine like a lot of people that I've seen on YouTube, which I really admire. I mean, like people who do plan with me and they sort of like do all of their weekly planning in one go. So for my 3 main planners, these are the 3 that I use on a daily basis. And these are really the ones that I kind of like use the most. Like for this one, the work one, I just write in appointments as they come. So whenever I get an email, like, and I know that I have to do something, I just write it in. Then as the sort of as the week is, well, like if you basically, it's usually I do most of the planning for this on the Underground, the London Underground. So I kind of like look over the week and the next week, and I see what I could put onto a sticker. So if I've written in something that's going to be like a sort of full day event or something like this is a conference I'm going to. So I've just put that onto, these are from Happy Scrappy, these dewdrops. And I occasionally will put on, sort of like another embellishment, like these Bonjour Cochon, I think they're called, these really cool stickers that also came from Happy Scrappy. So I'll just put on some stickers sort of like for the coming week where it seems relevant. And then I sort of write in other things as they go along, so that like kind of by the time the week is finished, it usually ends up looking really full. But I've done this like kind of in stages. This is not all in one go. This is just as things come up, and it's mostly functional rather than decorative. With the home planner, it's kind of similar. It's a bit haphazard. I do a lot of it on Saturdays, which are my day off. But again, like I'll write in things as they come up. So like, for example, this is 2 weeks from now, I think. What is this, the date? Starting the 13th of July. So this is a couple of weeks away, and I've already put this stuff in. So yeah, usually I put on like washi at the bottom for a few weeks ahead. I stopped. Yeah, and I've still got some stuff. This is like end of July, August. So kind of anything that I know that it's coming up, I just put it on as soon as I know. And then usually on the Saturday before, I kind of, I kind of put on like more decoration. And then as things come up, sort of like as they're happening, like on the day or the day before, I'll put in extra stuff. So my goal is to kind of get this looking really like full and happy, but I sort of do it in steps and not very systematically. And then this is the last of the ones that I use on a daily basis. This is just for like anything that doesn't go into this one or this one. So this is sort of much lighter use, I guess, and it's relatively new, so I haven't been using it for that long, but I essentially just put things on as they come up. And I've done a bit of like washi on the top and bottom for the next few weeks. 10. If you had to pick only one planner, which one would you use and why? Okay, so although it would pain me, I would definitely pick this one, the Hobonichi Cousin. And that's because I'm left-handed, and so I find it really inconvenient writing in ring planners, which might seem bizarre given that I've just told you that I have like 9 ring planners. But I think at heart, even though I love them, I've really got into them recently. If I had to pick like my one true planner that was my only planner, it would definitely be bound rather than ringed. I mean, yeah, firstly for the practical reason that it's much easier to write in them. So if it's something like this where I only write a couple of things a day, or this one where it's mostly stickers and I write them on and then just stick them in, that's fine. But if I had to do like lots of hardcore planning, the rings would just drive me crazy, because like writing on the right side of the page is just like, I hate it. And also I think the Hobonichi is the one planner that I found that just has everything in it. It's got the like the yearly spread, the monthly spread, the weekly spread, the daily spread. It just kind of has enough room for everything, and it's the only one that like I've found that really works well for work, which is, I mean, truth be told, that's the main thing that I need a planner for. Like for a long time I only had one planner and it was primarily for work, and I just didn't write down other things. Now I'm much happier being a planner addict and having tons of planners for every aspect of life. But yeah, if I just had to distill it to the sort of core essentials, it would definitely be this one. Yeah, having said that, the thought of just having one planner, like the idea of doing one book July, is just terrifying to me, because I'm very happy having all of my millions of different planners. And 11, bonus question, show us your washi tape stash. Is it out of control? Okay, so I would be delighted to show you my washi stash. And I'm happy to say that it's surprisingly actually not out of control. I'm pretty happy with it. So this is an awesome wooden box that I got in Iraq from Vegas Fruity. And this is the washi. So this is all of my washi. So I'm happy with this. I think that this is a good amount. Like these are sort of all of my favorite ones that I use a lot. And I've got a few that are experiments, like these ones came from Paper Chase. I don't like them. They're not very good. They don't stick very well, and they have this like weird plasticky feel. I got them to decorate my meal planner because they have like mushrooms and apples and vegetable food related things on them. But most of the rest of them are empty washi tape, and I get them all from Amazon, and so I just like kind of can see, you know, like I just search on Amazon and I sort of restock the ones that are used up, and I really like that. They're mostly thick, but I have got some of the thin ones. Sorry, I hope that this has come out all right, because I'm not used to filming, you know, like directly to the camera, so I'm not sure if things are showing up or like how they look. So I hope this isn't a complete disaster. Anyway, that was the Planner Addict tag, and I will now follow in Celery Days' lead and tag everybody who's watching this that would like to do a Planner Addict tag video. I'll be really curious to see, sorry, sirens, to hear about your planner addiction. So thanks very much for watching as always, and I'll see you again soon. Oh my goodness, I just realized that I forgot one planner. This is my Filofax A5 Pine Spots, and I use this for my like kind of work storage binder where I keep like contracts, tax stuff, all of that kind of thing. Sorry, that's tails. Anyway, so I felt like the video wouldn't be complete if I didn't include this as well, and it would have felt neglected. Thanks again for watching. Bye!